Welcome to Juliet Stories. Today's story is titled, She Urinated on the Dried Tree, not knowing it is dedicated to the mermaid, and this happened. Leona had always lived in the busy city where cars honked all day. Tall buildings covered the sky, and people were always in a hurry. She was smart and curious, but she had never been to her parents' village. Her parents often spoke about the peaceful village where they grew up, but they never took her there. So one day, her cousin Mara visited, and she filled Leona's mind with fascinating stories about the village. "Leona, you are missing out, oh," Mara exclaimed. "The village is so beautiful. The air is fresh, people are kind, and life is simple." Leona raised an eyebrow. "What is there to see in a small village? I bet you it's just farms and trees." Mara laughed. "You will never know unless you visit. Let's go together. It will be fun." Leona thought about it. Her parents had always spoken fondly of the village, so maybe it was just time for her to see it herself. When she told her parents about Mara's suggestions, they were thrilled. "Well, it's a great idea," her father nodded. "It is time you see where you came from." "Yes," her mother agreed. "You will learn about your roots and traditions. It's good. It's a welcomed idea." With her parents' blessing, Leona and Mara packed their bags and set off for the village. When they arrived, Leona was amazed. The village was nothing like the noisy city. The air smelled of flowers, birds, beautiful trees, and children played in the open fields, laughing and chasing each other. There were only a few cars, mostly bicycles, and people walking around. Chickens and goats roamed freely. "Wow," Leona said, looking around. "It's so quiet here." Mara grinned. "I told you. Isn't it nice?" An elderly woman carrying a basket of fruits greeted them warmly. "Welcome, my children. Are you visiting?" "Yes, ma," Mara replied politely. "This is my cousin Leona. It's her first time here, actually." "Ah, welcome, my dear," the woman said with a smile. "Take your time to enjoy our little village." Leona smiled back. Everyone seemed so kind and welcoming. That night, as she lay in bed, she gazed at the sky, amazed by the twinkling stars. Unlike the city where lights from buildings blocked the stars, the village sky was clear and magical. The next morning, Mara suggested they explore. A young boy named Jaro offered to show them around. "I know every corner of this village," Jaro said proudly. "I will take you to the river, the ancient tree, and even the market." As they walked, they saw farmers working in the fields, women pounding yam, and children fetching water from the stream. Leona was fascinated. "Everything feels so real here," she said to Mara. "So different from the city." On their way back, they came across a large twisted tree root sticking out of the ground. It was old and blocking part of the narrow path. "Why don't they just cut this thing off?" Leona asked, pointing at the roots. "Someone could actually trip and get hurt." Jaro's face suddenly turned serious. He took a step back and shook his head. "That is not an ordinary root, oh. It is connected to the river guardian, a mermaid who has protected this land for centuries." Leona laughed. "A mermaid? That is ridiculous. It's just an old tree root." Mara, however, looked uneasy. "Leona, maybe we just leave it alone." "Leave it alone? It's just a piece of wood," Leona insisted. She walked up to the stump and raised her foot to kick it, but Jaro grabbed her arm and pulled her back. "Please don't do that, oh," he begged. "You must not touch it or disrespect it. Bad things actually happen." Leona rolled her eyes. "This is nonsense. Arrant nonsense." Mara and Jaro walked away, but Leona stood there, shaking her head at how foolish people could be to believe in such things. Suddenly, she felt the urge to relieve herself. She looked around the bush, but hesitated. "What if there are insects or snakes there?" she muttered to herself. Her eyes landed on the tree stump. "It's just a piece of wood, why not?" Without thinking, she squatted and relieved herself on the stump, laughing. She ran to catch up with Mara and Jaro. She was proud of herself for proving how silly the villagers were with their belief. That night, Leona went to bed feeling triumphant, but her laughter didn't last long. The next morning, she woke up to a wet bed. She sat up in shock. Did I wet the bed?" she whispered. She quickly washed up and cleaned the sheets before anyone could notice. But as she carried the sheet outside, Mara saw her. "Leona, why are you washing so early?" Mara asked. "Oh, it's nothing," Leona quickly said. "I just felt like washing." Mara nodded. But then, she looked at Leona again. "Look at your legs. Are you urinating while standing?" Leona looked down and froze. A stream of urine was running down her legs. She had not even felt it happening. Embarrassed, she ran inside and locked herself in the bedroom. "What is happening to me?" she asked in confusion. Mara knocked on the door. "Leona, talk to me. Are you okay?" "I don't know what is happening, oh, Mara. I can't stop it. I don't even feel anything, but it just keeps coming out." Mara was worried. "We need to see a doctor." They immediately went to the clinic. Now, at the clinic, the doctor ran several tests, but found nothing wrong. He actually prescribed a medicine, but it didn't work. The problem only got worse. Desperate, they visited a traditional healer who revealed the truth. "Leona has angered the river guardian," the healer said. "The mermaid is punishing her. Only sincere atonement will lift this curse." Leona's parents rushed to the village. The village priest confirmed the same. She must make offerings to the river and care for the sacred tree every day until the mermaid forgives her. Though humiliated, Leona complied. She fetched clean water. She battered the tree, draped it in fresh white linen, and brought meals to the river. At first, she hated it, but over time, she realized how foolish she had been. For 6 months, Leona's life revolved around serving the mermaid. Then one morning, she woke up and noticed that she was dry. The village priest declared, "The mermaid has forgiven you." Leona wept with relief. She returned to the city, forever changed, and her family now visited the village often, ensuring that they never forgot their roots. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, you are highly welcomed. And to my returning subscribers, what would I have done without you? You are simply amazing. Thanks so much for always stopping by to watch my videos. And please do well to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be among the first to be notified each time I post new videos. See you in my next one. Bye.